13 or 14.
I feel like
Because we started back in...
It was the summer.
It was the end of the summer when we started. So what are they seeing now? They're just seeing the intro.
No, we're on camera. We're live. This is Gage and Cage. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, we're just getting set up here, getting comfortable. So enjoy this little movie that we put together. By we, I mean Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Oh, your little thingy.
I know, it's a cute little tail.
We just watched Pig
Yeah.
again.
Again. I did look, I know this isn't the time, but before doing the intro, I looked for Nick Cage news this week and I could not find him.
Really? He's laying low.
It must have been laying low.
This might be a short episode. I could go on and on about the movie. This might be a short episode.
What's not?
We don't have the news.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did try. I looked, and it was just like, Nick Cage is having a baby. Well, I mean, his wife is, but whatever. It's just all old stuff, so no Nick news. So, have you all ever had truffles? You've had truffles? You probably had truffle oil or something, so I don't know that you would like it. You brought home some truffle salt that we have, but I never use it because you don't like mushrooms. I love truffles. And fun fact about truffles, most things that you get, like truffle oil, are not, I read this the other day, are not made with anything related to truffles. Like, it's not actually truffle oil. Most times, is what I read. A lot of times it's like imitation, like how they have imitation vanilla.
Yeah.
It's like imitation truffle oil. Fun fact. Sort of related to the movie.
No, it's a lot of simple. This is truffle cake.
Look, he's cooking truffles right now. It's
The Beatles have a song about truffles, don't they?
Separate truffles.
Yeah? Is that from the White Album?
Maybe.
I
think so.
think it is. And, there's one other fun fact that I had just off the top of my head about truffles. They grow underground, which is why people use pigs to...
Those pigs.
Which I feel like that's pretty common.
Those pigs are going to eat. I've raised a pig.
Oh, like I thought you had to have like a special pig. Can you just get a pig and be like, alright.
No.
Zen, new idea. Sorry, Harold, new idea.
Uh-huh.
Let's get pigs and teach them to smell out southwest our area truffles. Local truffles. Let's rip this movie off and get a pig or 6.
Okay.
We'll keep them on the patio.
All 6 pigs.
6 of them. Okay, anyway. So.
Alright, so we're getting a pig. You check out the Superman
intro.
That is...
As Nick Cage.
That
Superman.
is fire.
Yeah, he was actually going to do that movie.
I know. With who was going to direct it? It was going to be
Tim Burton?
I think it was going to be Tim Burton. Yeah, it's Tim Burton went from doing Michael Keaton as Batman. He was like, you know what? I want to do Nick Cage Superman.
Oh, maybe it wasn't Tim Burton, but it was some guy.
No,
like
it was Tim Burton.
Was it?
We watched a little excerpt about it.
Right. Yeah, so that happened. That's from some old stuff that I put on here, and we never actually used. That's just been sitting there this whole time, just waiting in the background. I think it's the only one that we have right now. That one and the classic.
I like the classic, honestly. Yeah. It's a good background.
And we have him. I guess it's not the same outfit.
Same vibe, though.
Yeah, same vibe.
Colonel Cage.
Colonel Cage. Who was in Pig. The movie that we just watched.
Yes, we should probably finally actually lead into it.
Right.
Actually talk about it. I love this movie.
Yeah, you really, really love this movie.
Yes, I think I texted you earlier this week. I said, we gotta watch Pig this week. I don't care. We're watching Pig this week.
Yeah, and immediately I think we were both on board.
When was the first time you saw this film?
Sure.
Very soon after it came out. because I thought, and this is this is the whole reason anyone talks about this movie is I thought it was gonna be like John Wick style. He loses his pig and he goes John Wick on everybody.
Yeah.
Right. I think a lot of people thought that too.
I think, yeah, like the trailer, that any advertising for this movie, I think they wanted you to think that.
Right.
But then you watch the movie and it's very much just like an emotional, introspective movie about grief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they trick you into it.
And it'll take its time on conversations. And then I still not sure, like in that scene where he's talking to the kid about Portland getting destroyed by natural disaster. I'm still not sure why he had that conversation.
I just feel like it's hopeless. Like he's talking about hopelessness.
Yeah, he's
and
talking about understanding where she's coming from, which I guess is another part of grief that the movie had to cover.
And the overwhelming, like, not defeatism, but like, just like, well, we're all fucked really. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that kind of attitude. There's a word for it, but my brain isn't wanting to give it to me. So.
I'm wondering if Portland's actually gonna be destroyed, because he talks about like there's an earthquake that's gonna come every 200 years, and it's gonna break all the bridges, and
the city will be flattened,
and it's gonna kill a bunch of people, and if you happen to survive, you're gonna look up and there's gonna be a tsunami that's 10 stories high that's gonna kill you. It's gonna get you. Global warming.
I mean, I feel like if that were really like.
And then later the kid was like, well, maybe we can go up to the mountain. That'll be safe.
Yeah.
He's like, that's an active volcano. It's like, oh, double
I would
shit.
take my chances on that,
Well, if an earthquake just happened, then maybe the volcano.
Probably, I don't know. Science. Yeah.
Honestly, it's just a scary situation. Like you run to get away from the earthquake, and then you run up to a volcano.
Hopelessness, no way out.
Killer Sam Squatch is probably up here.
Sam Squatch?
Mm-hmm. They have like spears, and they've formed tribes in the aftermath of the Great Quake.
The Great Quake,
okay. Of 2022.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put that on us. Do not put that on us.
This year? We don't need that this year.
It's going to be a great year until like December 31st. Until we're going to end with a bang.
And something happens in Russia probably too. Anyway.
Yeah, Russia falls off.
It's just another thing. It's just a wonderfully shot, wonderfully made movie.
It is.
But I can't picture anyone playing this role other than Nick Cage.
About John Travolta.
No.
No.
I don't think, and he's really just saying that about Face Off, but I don't think this movie would have worked if it wasn't Nick Cage. I don't think it would have worked.
I'm trying to think of other actors. What about Keanu Reeves?
I don't think he conveys emotion as well.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like there's an actor who might have been. Nobody can top Nick Cage.
It's true.
But
I guess performance-wise it could, but I'm just saying like the whole concept-wise, I don't think this would have worked unless it was Nick Cage. Someone else could have put in a very good performance, but don't think it would work as well without.
Right. If Tim Oceans was here, I would guarantee he'd be like Mel Gibson.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd put in a good. Let's see, who's another.
I don't think Mel Gibson would do as good though.
Yeah,
right.
I think he'd be good.
I'm trying to think of someone who's really good, just
Elijah Wood.
Quiet emotion.
No, Elijah Wood.
Again, older. I want.
Yeah, it has to be kind of like that age range.
Well, we could put Elijah Wood. He can do it in like 50 years.
No, I'm trying. Like, there's somebody.
It'll be the sequel.
Elijah Wood's 85 years old.
Hog.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some guy's trying to hog all the hogs.
I like Sam Rockwell. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his stuff.
I don't know.
He's in a movie with Nick Cage called there it is. Mel Gibson would be good in anything.
Nailed it.
Nick Cage and Sam Rockwell are both in a Ridley Scott movie called Matchstick Men.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Someone's just telling me that I need to watch
that.
I think it was Killian.
It's a good movie. It came out in 2005 or 6, I'm going to say.
Maybe next week we can do that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Ridley Scott movie with Nick Cage in it.
The worst thing is I'll be laying in bed tonight, like about to fall asleep, and then I'll think of the actor who could have also been like
Evan Pig.
I was like, oh, it's that guy.
But at the same time, it's just like I don't.
Nobody
think
else
the
could
whole-
really.
Yeah.
Daniel Day Lewis.
He can do anything. He's
it's
amazing.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Sure.
Daniel
fine.
Day-Lewis could play the pig, and it would have been
It
great.
Ooh, Gary Oldman.
Oh, okay. Gary Oldman.
I don't know who that is. Gary Oldman.
He played Winston Churchill in what is?
Oh, I know him. He's the commissioner in Batman.
Yeah, Commissioner
What
Gordon.
about?
He's also in The Professional. Does a pretty good job.
Hear me
Yeah.
out. Danny DeVito.
All right.
Where's
my pig?
I love Danny DeVito though. He made Matilda. Like, he
Yeah.
made that.
Oh yeah. And
Oh, really?
Like, it's such a
he
good movie.
wrote that movie.
Mhm.
He directed
Directed
it.
it.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the little girl who played Matilda, she was like, she was struggling with school or something, struggling with like
Mhm.
family stuff, and he took care of her.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Danny DeVito's a good person.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm a Danny DeVito fan. We also talked about, remember with Wicker Man, Christopher Lee was in the original version. I'm a Christopher Lee fan too.
Mm.
Yeah.
What a guy he is.
Sure. I like the set, like you said. I like the scenery. I like
The
the.
cinematography in this movie is beautiful.
I also like the kind of, like tongue in cheek, you could say, or like what it's kind of saying about like Portland and like the foodie scene.
Mhm.
It just did not just in Portland, but like all over the United States now about like that little spiel when they're in the restaurant and they're like, this is
This isn't
organically sourced, local,
Deconstructed.
deconstructed, which I feel like is a word you see a lot, like, squalander scallop with broccolini braised in a red wine vinaigrette was topped with chia seeds from the finest chia plant.
Yeah.
That sounds
big,
good.
big words they throw on a menu to make you feel,
Right.
when really you can make something delicious
Yeah.
without all that.
Yeah, I like
Mac
that.
and cheese.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want some
Truffle
mac and cheese?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I want some mac and
Yeah.
cheese. Keep it simple, but
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's what this movie did. Big Mike, the movie. This movie is a very simple premise.
Sure, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Eat your mac and cheese.
That's not what I got
That's
from
not-
it, but
no,
sure.
No, there is no mac and cheese in this movie.
There's
no,
not.
a man
There's
loses his pig and is just trying to get his pig back. It's a simple motivation.
Mm-hmm.
And you thought there's gonna be more to it, but really, all he
It's-
wants is his pig back.
all he wants is his pig back. So what do y'all think about the son being kind of like the anti-hero, not anti-hero, but like that, and like then the father, like, is he doing all of this because of his grief?
Oh yeah,
For sure.
they're all dealing with grief in different ways.
Right, and it really portrays that well. But what a fucking asshole, though!
His-
Like, I don't care. Why.
His dad's an asshole because like he wants his mom to finally be
Dead?
yeah because she's
She's on like
not,
life support or
yeah
something.
she's not living.
Yeah, she's but
That's
She's
not
a vegetable,
living.
I think.
Yeah, she's just
and the kid even says his mom is dead. Like, he tells
yeah.
our dude Robin, he's like,
He-
my mom's dead. She killed herself.
He says that might be like a suicide attempt and she's just like barely hanging on.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
they
just,
said
like,
something. She's on a trach machine, so
Yeah.
she tried to. I don't know. It doesn't go into the gory details, but either way, you don't steal somebody's pet pig
No.
that is also his only source of income.
Mhm.
This is a big no
And
no.
only a source of happiness, basically.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
the more
rude.
important
That
part.
pig was his life,
It was his life.
and it got taken away in the
Oh,
middle
Tim
of the
can't
night.
gauge cage with us tonight.
Can't.
Yeah, watch Pig. I can't recommend this movie enough. It's a well-made movie. It's
Aw.
Nick is fantastic in this movie.
Yeah. Oh, I also really liked the Fight Club, the underground
the
restaurant.
underground restaurant. Yeah.
I mean, listen, there are definitely some chefs or people in restaurants I've worked for that I would put down mad cash to be able to like just fucking punch them.
Punch a chef.
Yeah, most of the chefs
Punch a cook.
punch a cook. Yeah,
Oh,
there's some
okay.
that I've definitely wanted to like smack around a little bit.
Well, I remember the first time
I
we
hope I'm
watched
not
this
one of those
movie.
people.
The first time you watched this movie, you kind of figure out what's happening. His pig's taken, but you don't really know like who he is, or even that he's a chef. Like they don't really talk about that for like a minute, and the next thing you know, he's in this like underground chef fight club.
Yeah.
And it's like when you're first watching it, that takes like a sharp turn at
It
that
does.
point because it's like,
Yeah.
wait, what the like what? It's like weird. It's like culty.
Takes a hard
and
left.
it's like
And, yeah,
money.
and until
and,
that
like,
point,
all
you-
this
you-
underground like
You were with
trickery.
the kid character. You're like, he's just like a weird
Yeah.
hermit who just has a pig.
Yeah.
But that's not the case.
He's like amazing. He's the most amazing chef in the world. After me and you. You and me. She's first. I'm second.
Yeah. You
And
told
then
me. You
Robin.
told me this before. Yeah.
Robin is third.
Um,
He remembers every meal he ever made for
For every
everybody.
every
and for
customer.
every that's the only
I was
like
just
I didn't like that
I
part.
was like,
yeah. Do you really
I
though?
was like, dude, really?
Like, I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do with that. It really just kind of like got on my
I think he's
nerves.
hammering down the point to that guy. Like, I don't fuck around. I can make you cry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. Like that meal brings the dude to tears, but it's still just like a little bit too much for me. Like to be like, I remember every single person, their social security numbers,
Maybe
what
he
it
does.
looks like, what they order. It's
Maybe
like,
that's why he was so good. Maybe he was like, not making fun of like mentally disabled people, but maybe he was like autistic or something because
what?
because some people with autism can have like great memories.
That's true.
Or like really like kind of superhuman type.
They
Maybe
definitely
on the
put it.
spectrum, who knows?
They mentioned it several times throughout the like.
And
them
he's
talking
taken
that his-
plenty of hits to the head. We've seen that.
well, but they talk about like he shows in other other places in the movie that his memory is really good. I can't remember what it was, but it like points it out here and there that he's got a good memory.
Well, everyone that he talks to,
oh
he remembers things that they didn't even remember that they remembered.
Yeah.
And then he
You
tells
only-
them, and they're
you were
like, "Oh
only my,
shit!"
you were only my prep cook for 2 months. He says.
Yeah, and he
It's like,
overboiled
was it-
the pasta.
Was it only?
2 months.
Was it only 2 months?
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
got
and
fired
then-
because
and
he
then,
kept
yeah.
overcooking the pasta.
And then he was like,
Yeah.
and then what did you want to do?
He's like, oh.
I have a pub. And I disagree with that. A pub wouldn't work.
Like totally, Portland's
Everyone-
a total hipster city.
People would go to a pub, especially an actual like
Like,
UK style pub. I would go to one because when I was in England, it's just
They're
a
nice.
better. It's
They're-
a different vibe.
It
It's
is.
better. And you'll just see like a guy will be getting off work. He'll just go to the pub, have his pint, and go home. Or just like it's just a different vibe. And it's really cool.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But yeah, I think a
His-
pub would do great. in
This
Portland.
his subtle acting. We love to watch Nick Cage freakouts. And he's very good at those. And he does a little bit of it like when he steals the bike later in the movie.
Right.
But you get to see a lot of his just very subtle, very very quiet Nick Cage. And I think he's fantastic doing this.
Yeah, chef's kiss.
And then when we never said spoiler alert, but whatever. When he finds out his pig is dead and it just goes absolutely silent when he drops to the floor.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Well done.
It was
Well
very, very well done. Do you think that the guy that like the villain or whatever you want to say, the dude's dad, do you think he did feel bad for Nick Cage in that moment?
Maybe he did.
Yeah.
Like it seems
really
like
was,
he does.
It was portrayed
Well,
that
you
way,
can
yeah.
tell that he's really ashamed of himself and what he did
and
because
he should be.
Yeah.
because his
He should
son
be
is
ashamed of
there
himself.
and his son gets to see what he did. He broke this innocent, awesome, perfect man who does amazing things. He broke him for no goddamn reason other than just petty, fucking stupid, selfish, fucking
Right.
bullshit.
Director.
And
I was
he has to
wondering
confront that in front of his own son, who's
Puts
based-
down and treats like a
well, and
Shit.
based on what you guys are saying, that's the main reason he even wanted the pig was just to poo poo on his son.
It is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It was a direct jab or not just a jab, just like an under
So all the
Fucking cut.
repercussions come back.
sucker punch to
like,
his son.
and they're just laid out on the table.
This
and
is-
he's just like,
This is the director's first movie. He doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
Wow, he should make more movies. I also
Yeah.
love. Does it have the? I can't remember the guy. It's the guy from Hereditary. Did you watch Hereditary? Do you like horror?
Did I watch Hereditary?
If
Who's
you-
in it? Or what was
It's an A24 film or Ari Aster, I think.
Is it Nick
Right,
Cage?
right,
It's
right.
not Tilda Swinton. God.
I think I've seen
Bless.
Hereditary.
Anyway, the son from that is in this, and he is such a good actor. I cannot
I
wait.
like House Wolf.
I cannot wait to see what he goes on to do because I just think that like for being so young, he got PTSD. He said from Hereditary. You should watch it, Zen.
His
Harold.
first movie.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What was the budget?
I don't know. Production.
Those little
Say-
chickens that they cooked up probably cost some money.
They were probably quail or
Yeah.
Cornishin, maybe
Maybe Cornish
duck.
hen. Maybe
Probably.
duck. What was the budget? 3.8. That's the box office. 3.8
Before we turned the stream on, Panda was talking about how there's like little baby pandas when they're born. And she said that they're like this little. And she said how good it would be if you deep fried them and had little panda pops.
Like popcorn panda,
Popcorn panda.
like popcorn shrimp.
So that's the next.
And I was uncomfortable.
Like you could
Well,
get some like
pandas, I don't think are endangered anymore.
you could get some
I'm-
like
they-
cocktail
they're
or
a
tartar
protected-
sauce.
They're still
Species.
adorable,
Yeah, but so are little
Wow.
baby shrimps.
and so are
No, they're not.
So are pigs.
Mm,
And
It depends on
and
the
we
pig.
eat little
The
popcorn
pig in this
piggies,
movie
too.
is a handsome pig,
it's
but
a handsome pig.
but most pigs, like the pig I raised growing up, that
You-
wasn't.
Did you eat it? Was it good?
It was a good pig.
Did you make barbecue and bacon?
We had bacon. We had sausage.
Sausage.
You have to pronounce it like that. So you have to say sausage.
Sausage.
Yeah, it was a good pig.
Good pig. He did good. He served his purpose.
He did.
Um,
There's a weird. Okay, I'll just tell it. So,
Yeah.
so we raised the pig. We had. We weren't fully comfortable with doing the whole killing and butchering it ourselves. So we took it 30 miles somewhere for a butcher to do it, and we had to. The only way we had to move it was to put it in a big wooden cage my dad built, and to put that wooden cage in the back of a minivan that my dad had taken all the seats out of that he used as his work vehicle.
how big was the pig? 400 pounds?
No, you don't want it to get too big because then the meat isn't good.
Right.
I think he was maybe 180, 200 pounds.
It's a pretty big pig.
Pretty big pig. But we started driving up there, and he immediately pisses all over his cage in that van.
Oh, he was probably scared
He probably.
or pissed off. Pigs are smart.
Pigs are smart, but stank so bad for the rest of the 30-mile trip.
Oh God.
Pissed immediately, just
Ugh.
pig urine smell for the rest of the trip.
He went out fighting, man.
He did. He did.
He went out. He was like, "I'm not going out without a fight."
Yeah.
Like, I'll pee on your
It
truck.
was gross. It was gross.
Ugh.
I would feel like I don't like I've had pigs that I've met personally and eaten them, and it didn't bother me. But I think the pee thing would, like, then eating it after. Like I know you have to cure it or like whatever.
Well, that's how you get it back for peeing all over your
Yeah.
bed. Be like, son of a bitch.
I'm gonna eat you now.
Yeah,
This
you
is
know, I might have had
awful.
second
I'm not
thoughts,
gonna-
but definitely
I'm
not,
not feeling bad
anymore. You're
now.
going down.
Oh.
You peed in my truck.
No. Oh.
Anyway, there's my
So-
pig story.
That
You'd
was
be
a
like
fun
raging
story.
bacon
There's
and be
my
like,
there's my
"Motherfucker."
experience with pigs.
Well, we're gonna get 6 and put them on the patio
Mhm.
and start our own truffle hunting business.
Yeah, so we'll have that next week set up for you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll show everybody the pigs. that
The
you
pig
have.
pen.
Yeah, we'll show the progress on the little piggies.
Yeah.
All the way down to, we can do cooking recipes when that time comes. We can
Yeah.
be cooking with the piggies.
Yeah, yeah. We can start breeding them. We're gonna make our first
So-
millions.
You're already talking about
There's-
doing a cooking show.
There's
Yeah.
there's plenty of white girls out there that would love the little piglet.
True.
Oh.
That's the new trendy thing. Is instead of having a puppy,
Pigs?
you have a little piglet.
we can sell them on Facebook.
Facebook Marketplace.
Well, we would want to do like a background check and make sure we're
Mm-mm.
finding responsible
No, we'll
pet
just-
owners who
no.
are prepared to own a
Those
pig.
are rare anyway.
Yeah, true that.
We'll get the rarest pig breeds and sell them for thousands of dollars.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
New business plan. We'll keep you updated, guys.
Mm-hmm. Got time to gauge?
Time to gauge.
We should gauge.
All right, Elisha.
I'm going to say it right away. I'm going to 5 stars for both.
Right.
It's my favorite Nick Cage movie.
That's
all I got.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's a perfect
score for me.
Wow. That's a big score.
It is. It is.
What do you think?
Oh, why me next? I don't like being. I like to go
I'm
last.
scared.
Okay. I
scared.
give.
It's not a scary movie.
I'm scared after it is. Parts of it are scary.
You think it's scary?
A little bit.
I mean,
Just the way it's shot, it's dark, and you see this guy just get punched in the face, and you're like, oh, what's going on? I don't like it.
I think people who enjoy watching horror movies, it's not because they enjoy being scared, it's because they enjoy watching how the movie was made.
that's part of it for me. I love horror
It's like
movies.
it's like watching it for the see if they can make a good horror story and
Sure.
watch how it was made.
And a little bit of the suspense and terror.
Yeah, yeah. But I think there's a aspect of just like
Sure.
critique to it.
Absolutely. I give the movie. I really, really love this movie, and I want to give it 5 stars. And I'm trying to like think of a reason not to give it 5 stars because I feel like that's just But I really,
But we're supportive people here.
yeah. I mean, it is probably. I'm with Elijah. I'm with you. It's
the director's debut even.
5 and 5.
Is that Taylor Swift right there? Did you see that?
It
It's just
looks like
it's
Taylor
just-
Swift.
I thought so the first time. I was like, yep.
When we were watching, I was like, is that T Swift?
Is this
T Swift?
Taylor Swift's version?
This is Taylor Swift version.
This is Taylor Swift's version.
I can only imagine how that would go. Yeah, I'm gonna get on board with that and say 5 and 5.
5's across the board so far.
Harold. I can't think of anything Nicolas Cage could have done better.
Nope.
No.
No.
So yeah,
It's just
it's great.
It's fantastic.
It's great. So it all comes down to you, Harold.
Are we gonna get it across the board
That's
or?
it.
The movie gets 3.5 stars
Oh, what?
Why are we doing this?
out of 5.
And you're entitled to your opinion, but it's just
You are.
wrong.
I almost said 4, but that was just because you guys gave it 5s, and I feel bad giving it a low score. But my
You should.
honest score is 3.5 because I mean it's cool. I like the concept. They did a really cool job with like the whole, it's a man looking for his pig, but they throw a weird twist into it, and that twist is that he is this amazing legend. And there's this whole like chef scene in this city, and it's just like really deep, and that's all really cool, and they do a good job of it. But at a certain point,
I'm only hearing positives here.
it gets kind of silly, kind of like what you were saying before we went on air. You were saying how maybe it's a little bit much when he says, "I remember every." Or no, I think we said that on air. I remember every meal that I made. It's like that kind of seems so.
We also talked about how he has a really good memory.
But it gets so over the top that it's just kind of like.
Don't you think that could be a critique on the, an even bigger critique on how the food scene has become these days, that it is so over the top? Because that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, possibly.
That's just my take.
Yeah, that and I don't know. It's just not my type of movie. It's kind of dark. It is beautifully shot. The acting's in it, and it's good. The story is creative. The directing is good. He said it's that guy's first. I mean, it's all good. But to me, it's kind of slow and kind of deep too, because like that whole thing that you talked about, that you broke down, like how everyone's grieving. It's about the grieving process and letting go. And while we're watching it, you're saying this part have like the different city. Like I didn't get any of that when I watched it. Like at all. I thought he was talking about earthquakes and tsunamis, and which is fine because those suck too.
Sure.
So it just goes a little bit over my head, and it's just not my type of thing. So it doesn't get perfect scores.
Okay.
Nick Cage, I'll give him.
If he's not saying 5 or more, he's gonna be upset. So like,
It's not a 5.
okay. Well,
It would be like a 4 or a 4.5. That's what I'm targeting right
okay.
now. 4. I'm gonna say 4 because the only reason I would say 4.5 is because you both gave them 5s, and I feel bad about that, and I want to like lean upwards.
What are your critiques about his performance?
Well, it was
though?
really, really, really good. It was a great performance.
Why didn't he get 5?
I don't know. I mean, he just kind
we're
of.
getting the same thing from the score from the movie, but for the performance now.
He did a really good job, but his character doesn't have to do a whole lot, which is good. I mean,
His character
less
carries
is
every
more,
scene. What?
Less is more from him, but just he's just kind of slow, and I do like how his character like stayed all beat up and gory throughout the whole film. Like they didn't like touch him up and make it seem like like a lot of these types of movies where it's like a quirky kind of grieving type thing, like mom died, now the kids have to go bury her. There's a bunch of movies like that where they kind of try to make it cute in a way, so that kids can kind of deal with this type of stuff. Yeah, they have like cute little scenes where
I
they
can kind of see that.
like if they're driving on the way to their mom's funeral and they'd stop at a truck stop and there's a little park scene and they have a little picnic and they're like, oh, this, one of the kids steals like a soda or something and it's fun. Anyways, they polish it up.
Okay.
This he was
Sure.
battered and gory and fucked up and like running up on little kids like I used to.
Okay, that was creepy. He just goes back to his old house, and
I mean,
and like
I think
sits,
a lot of people have like driven by old houses.
Sure.
And, like, hey, I used to live
myself
here,
included.
but never gone into the backyard and seen a kid hanging. I'm like, I'm just gonna hang out with this kid real quick.
just-
While he's bloody.
Yeah, he looks rough.
Like, I think the first time when I watched this movie and I saw that scene, I was fairly certain that the mom was going to come out
Oh yeah.
and, like, call
Be
the
like, "What the
police
fuck
and
are
be
you-"
like, he's, with, like, this homeless fucking dude,
They have some kind of conflict.
Yeah, but he
this
didn't.
But this isn't that type of movie.
Honestly, that was, like, the part of the movie I felt the most amount of dread. Like, it was when he's watching him with that kid, because I'm just like, ugh.
I mean, Nick Cage did a good job with the kid, though.
He did. He's very nice. So, well,
I recommend. He did. I think I mentioned it last week. He did an actors roundtable where he talked about
ooh,
a little bit about making this movie. He talked with. There's a few good actors on that panel. Andrew Garfield, who just did a movie called Tick Tick Boom.
he's like a Spider-Man, isn't he?
Yeah, he was a Spider-Man. He's a very good actor. I didn't realize how good he is, but I watched Tick Tick Boom last night. It's a very good movie.
Huh.
He sings in it too. I didn't know he could sing.
Of
But
course
sings
he
in it.
can.
But
That's neat. I'll have to check it out.
I recommend. He talks about he wrapped a movie recently. Nick Cage did a western. He talked about the horse was trying to kill him the whole time. His horse that he rode, he was trying to kill him the whole time.
Trying to kill Nick Cage.
So I can't imagine that. That horse is probably evil.
Yeah, they should put it down. Old Yeller.
Just like keep it away from Nick Cage.
No, it's time to Old Yeller it.
Yeah. What would we do if we lost Nicolas Cage?
Don't even talk like that.
I don't
It's
even know.
unfathomable.
Tragedy.
Betty White was bad enough.
Oh.
We don't need to lose.
Betty White.
We don't
At
need
least
to
she was
lose.
She was like 100,
She
so
was
it's not
Jesse Baxter,
as.
100 years old.
Bob Saget just
Oh,
died.
Bob Saget
stop!
died.
And-
That's
and
awful.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf is gone.
Meatloaf,
He would do anything for love.
Yeah, too much
except for
Meatloaf.
get a vaccine.
Yeah.
So one of my friends made that like we were talking about it because he was like,
Is that what
Kill
killed
him,
him?
dude.
I think he had underlying conditions, but
Wow.
I'm not sure that he died from COVID. I think so, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
but that's
boy.
what my friend said last night. They're like, he'll do anything for love, but he won't get a vaccine. I was like, God.
He was like, dude, too soon.
Like, yeah, I was like, that is brutal.
Definition of too soon.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, Nick, you like the movie?
Nick,
Yeah.
Watching. We might start doing this on Tuesday nights instead.
We're kicking that idea around.
is that
Yeah.
a thing? I mean-
because I'm getting Tuesdays and Wednesdays off now. So
And I've been getting Tuesdays.
Okay.
My schedule's opened up a little bit as well on those days.
Well, we'll talk about it later because I need to.
we can still do Wednesdays, but it's just like it's.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know that y'all have to like, get up early, so
We'll
yeah.
try to reject
Yeah.
the vote and then go
No,
back
she can
to
veto
a-
anything.
she can.
She has a. Oh,
Yeah, she
yeah.
has total.
I don't remember voting on that.
It just is.
It just is.
The way of indolent.
Yeah.
Too much. Probably
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, why? Like,
Yeah, you better
questioning
She
my-
doesn't-
speak up. You know.
Yeah, she doesn't speak much during stream. I'll tell you, once the stream ends, if we didn't do well,
Yeah.
she's not going to be happy about Harold's ratings. Like
We
that.
always do. Right, Vindy? Yep. Heard it here first. Vindy approve.
Always,
Stamp
and also
of-
we always do well.
Mama approve. KG back. So
It's true.
Yeah.
And I had to throw out the Tuesday possibility thing because he might have to.
Yeah. Is it? Do you think this will take place like as of next early five?
Yeah.
Nick, hear
he's-
people.
he's on the
Your
panel.
people,
Reach out to our
reach
people.
out to the
Biddy. Specifically,
He's
and-
already got our email. That's
Yeah.
what-
Yeah. Yeah.
He actually like satellite that in orbit or for he actually that it's
Right. Right.
so we're doing
Is that? Yeah. I think that's fine. So we're doing the
watch that and then we'll
Oh, yeah.
engage it. Wednesday or Wednesday.
we're